Bereshit means beginning. It was translated to the English Genesis, which means book of beginnings. That's what it means. All right. You had the Father created a father. He didn't create the mother. And there's a teaching. Some religions believe that a mother was created first.
Right.
And mothers can't produce seed. Mothers carry seed. And when they was asking me the other day, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I said the chicken.
Why are you telling them that?
She's talking about the egg. The egg, because the egg is a seed. I said, well, something got to have a seed. So we know that in the beginning, the Father created. He created the trees and the different vegetation and the animals with seed. Seed was within them. And even after the flood, not Moshiach, but Noah, he gave him 2 of each species,
right,
male and female, because the male carried the seed. And if that male got the seed and the female is the womb of the incubator to bring forth that seed, then that's the eternal law of reproduction. So for you all want to know, the chicken came first because the egg can't produce itself.
Right.
So the Father created a father, a male man carrying seed. That's what he did. And what happened with that father, Adam, that father committed high treason. He rebelled against the government of the kingdom. All right. And of course, we know the whole account, what happened, him and Masa Neged. That's the original name for Hava, called Eve, the woman Isha, that the Father gave to her prior to Adam naming her after the fall, because the Father named us as human beings, Adam, Masa Neged. Then after the fall, Adam gave his wife a name, which just means mother of all living.
Living, right.
Because everything whatever the Father created, Adam had a revelation of what it was, so he called it that.
Yes.
It wasn't just giving it a name, but that name was revealing that destiny and characteristic. That's how powerful we are when we are flowing like the Father intended to create us to be. But the point about it is, he created a father. When that father committed high treason and rebelled, his seed was contaminated. His seed was contaminated. So when that happened, then the Father crises happened. Right. Because now you got Father, and we're going to go into some points out of position and things like that. So we're going to read some stats. So y'all, we're not making nothing up. Renee going to read you a couple of stats here.
Right. So we don't have the PowerPoint to show you, but I just want to read some stats. We've mentioned these before. This is coming from the National Fatherhood Initiative. Just the facts. Higher quality father-daughter relationships is a protective factor against engagement in risky sexual behaviors. Individuals from fathers that are absent from the homes are 279% more likely to carry guns, deal drugs than peers living with their fathers.
Wait a minute, is that right? Is that supposed to be 27 or 79 or is that 279%?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's read a couple more.
All right. Children raised in a father-absent home are more likely to experience behavioral problems. And then also there are 2 million single father households versus 10 million single mother households in the United States.
And then in Shelby County, where the county we live in, here in Tennessee, the great state of Tennessee, because we're here, it has to be great. But we over 70% single parent homes.
Right.
Without fathers in it. And many of the homes have men in it, but as Dr. Renee was saying earlier, a father without vision doesn't qualify as being a father. You can have a male or a man in the house, but you don't have vision, then you just got the same thing. And we're going to prove that out in scripture in a minute.
There was something that you shared before and that really spoke miles with me when you were speaking about when you were watching the wildlife and how they would bring in the mature elephant.
Right.
When
yeah, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
The mature elephant when the younger elephants were acting rebellious. Right. Remember that?
Right. So in Africa, what would happen is that those elephants go in musk, and they just get crazy, and all those young ones, they tearing people crops up, attacking people, tearing the houses down. They didn't start shooting them up and stuff. They didn't take him away because they come right back and do the same thing. They would just go get a mature male elephant.
Mature male elephant.
Male,
that was
right?
key. Yes.
Not female, male
Yeah.
elephant, and bring him in there, and all that would just cease. Just by the presence of that dominant male, that mature male being there, all the rebellious activity and lawlessness and being destructive behavior, disrespect of mankind, disrespecting of everything and enemy, all of it stopped. They just settle down. So I'm glad you brought that up because that's very important.
Yeah.
You know, and we go back again to when the Father created to be a father to human beings. When he rebelled, that seed was contaminated, and that opened a door up for a different type of father to come in and to remove the father from the family, and then thereby making the family unsuccessful.